Alright, so welcome to one of the brand new lessons. One of the lessons that I'm redoing is the powers of 10. So, our objective for this lesson is to know that when you multiply a number by a power of 10, the number is 10 times the original number. So, let's go through. Let's look at some examples. This is going to be a very short video, so y'all are going to love it. So let's say that we start out with this number, 3 times 1. Well, we know that any number times 1 is going to be the exact same number. So 3 times 1 would be 3. Let's say that we increase that, 3 times 10. And usually when I multiply by a power of 10, one of the things that I do is I always kind of go vertical with this instead of going horizontal. So 10 times 30, what I do is that 3 times 10, or 3 times 0, 0, 3 times 1 is 3. I always do this by place value. That way I can make sure I keep everything in line. So that's 3 times 0 ones. So if you have 0 ones, when you multiply that, you're still going to have 0 ones. And 3 times 1 10 is 3 tens, or 30. So we're still looking at that same number. 3 times 100. Again, I do this vertically because the one thing I want to do is I want to make sure that I do this by place value. So write 100, 3, let me change my color. So my hundreds, my tens, and my ones. Well, I have no ones and no tens. So when I multiply across, I get 0 ones. 3 times 0 is going to give me 0 tens. And then 3 times 1 is going to give me 3 hundreds. And so my product for that will be 300. Let me go back and box these and label my product. Forgot all about that. So now let's go to our next example. We're still using the same number. We're still using 3. This time we're going to do 3 times 1,000. We do the same thing. We do this vertically. That way we can do this by place value. Change my color. Thousands, hundreds, tens, ones. And that's going to be times 3. Well, we have nothing in our ones place, so we end up with 0. 3 times 0 tens is 0. 3 times 0 hundred is 0, comma, and 3 times 1,000 will give us 3,000. And that's our product. And now, here are some practice problems for you to try, and that is the end of our lesson on the powers of 10.